Are we live? I think that we're live, and here I am again, sitting in my room, on my bed, wearing whatever this is that I usually wear at home because it's cold, it's Scotland. Of course, I wear this kind of stuff. It's freezing. Well, no, not really, because I'm on the second floor and the radiator's on. And I really hope that the first part of me just talking doesn't get cut out, otherwise, you would lose a lot of context. Not really. You're not really missing much in terms of context. But yes, anyway, why am I here? Why am I here talking about yarn when I could be doing something else? Well, you see, I wanted to stream today. Why did I want to stream today? That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that. I don't actually know. I mean, a lot of my streaming in this kind of setting, like in this kind of room, is just very, what's it called? Very on the fly kind of thing, like just really random. I just felt like it, I guess. Okay. And so now today we are going to make a character based off this yarn because I'm returning back to my old format. I still have the computer set up and everything like that. Um, but I don't know why I've decided to return to this format. I think it's some desire to return to my roots. Maybe that will fix everything. I don't know. I really do not know. Anyway, wool. Yes, I said yarn in the title. Isn't yarn and wool basically the same thing? I'm not very sure. I'm pretty sure yarn and wool are the same thing. Yarn is slightly thicker though. If I am correct about what I believe. Yes, English, very, very, very good. Anyway, so technically, I'm a clickbaiter. Wow, look at me growing so much in this short time frame. I think I'll stream tomorrow again because this kind of stream, yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't satiate my need to do entertainment or whatever like that. Whatever pretentious bullshit I can come up with to explain away why I'm streaming so late. It's not that late for me, but it is a lot later than what I would usually start at. So this stream is gonna be slightly short. Anyway, you weren't here for all this exposition about my life, so let's just go to the wool. Why is this dead? Is it a dead bug? No, it's just a piece of paper. Good, good. Right, we do not tolerate dead bugs on our wool. But sometimes you have to think, how did the bug die? How did it get there? Um, I just thought it would sound cool to say that, so I did. Anyway, yes, so blue. Blue is kind of a color that everyone's like, oh, well, I'm not sure everyone, but traditionally, right? Maybe there's a lot of posts on Tumblr, for example, making fun of the fact that if uh, an English teacher might go, oh, this character has blue wallpaper, has blue curtains, they must be depressed. So, blue is kind of related to sadness and, I guess, yes, Dream SMP, peak of literature, it kind of is, well, not really, but I really like it. Maybe not as much recently because I just haven't been caught up with the streams, honestly. I don't think the quality's gone down. Everything's just gone up, but yeah, I haven't really been catching up on that recently. But with Ghostspur, his character, and blue takes away your sadness, and that's kind of it's symbolic in some way, and he has a blue sheep called Friend and all that kind of jazz. So I kind of guess that it would be really with the norm, maybe. I don't know how you would describe that. With the norm, not with the norm because that sounds all pretentious and condescending and old, but maybe maybe it would be more expected if the character was leaning on the sad side or melancholy by nature, or a lot of things happen in their life, because yes, blue yarn, 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 yarn. but I feel like how would we even represent the fact that the character started off um being based off like blue yarn or something. Let me just center myself and just throw my duvet away because I feel like I'm not in the center, you know. I need to be in the center of everything. I just love attention like that. Anyway, so yes, how would we symbolize this? Maybe through the clothes that they wear. Oh, maybe they're a knitter. Maybe that's why we start off with yarn. The yarn symbolizes something. Maybe they're a very good knitter, but recently like their yarn is getting all tangled. Like we don't even know their name, but we do know that they enjoy knitting and they have like lots of tangled yarn. Maybe that represents like the chaos and mayhem and the tangledness of the state of their life. I was going to be like, oh yes, this blue character will not be stereotypical, and this blue character will be happy, will succeed in life. But no, no, we are going back the traditional route. They must be sad. I'm going to give this character so much trauma. Um, you know what they say, builds character, and we are building a character right now. Wow, coincidence, amazing. But like, yeah, I mean, I really would love to hear any suggestions to do with what kind of like personality they should have, because on one hand, maybe we get to see their descent into madness, and maybe like blue as a symbolic color could work because as they like, you know, they knit and stuff, right? Yes, this is how you knit. Um, I actually know how to knit. I'm not very good at it. I do not have the patience for it. I don't understand people who can knit. I keep on breaking my knitting needles because the bamboo keeps on flaking off. I don't know why it does that, honestly. But yeah, I guess I need to knit less viciously. Like maybe I'm just putting too much pressure. Anyway, yes, the character. I'm always like staring at myself as I say this. I should probably look at the camera. Yes, you. We're going to form a parasocial bond right now. Anyway, yes. Uh what was I saying? Yes, okay, so they start knitting, right? They've knitted all of their life. Wow, they came out the womb knitting. Um, and at first, like, they knit stuff that are, like, I don't know, white or something, or, like, yellow, red, warm colors, joy, wow, amazing. But they start, like, realizing maybe their wool is molding up or something. Like, it's not molding up, the wool is, like, changing color, and they're like, maybe I bought color changing wool. This is really strange. Why does the wool change color? And maybe they're, like, experimenting with heat, so they put it in the oven or something. I don't know. I mean, would you put wool into the oven if it was changing colors? And would you think like it was a heat sensitive wool or something? Maybe I would. Maybe that's why I thought of heat sensitive wool. No, I didn't think of heat sensitive wool. I thought of putting wool into the oven if it started changing color. But yeah, maybe they put it in the oven, maybe they put it in the freezer. It doesn't have any effect. It doesn't really change anything, so they can't just be like, well, maybe because of climate change, you know, because more extreme weather and stuff like that, the world's changing color, you know. Obviously, you know, it's global warming. Gosh, global warming's so terrible that it's even affecting the wool. We're doomed. Anyway, yes, wool. And then like it slowly starts to become more blue, more blue, more blue, more blue. You know, symbolism, and and I don't know what would be the turning point because I feel like we can't just end the story with depression, 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 right? Roller coasters always have to come up. You know, that's part of the fun because you go up and you're like, oh, we're about to go down. You go down and then you're like, oh, we're going to go back up again. That's the whole fun of roller coasters. I wouldn't know because I do not roller coaster often. How do you say it? Yeah, I do not ride roller coasters often. In fact, I actually rode on a roller coaster once, decided that it was way too much for me, and never went on again. Um, I mean, I can kind of see why people might enjoy roller coasters. Like, it's a very nice experience for like adrenaline and stuff, and you kind of, is it like catharsis or something maybe? Um, because you know at the end of a Shakespearean play, for example, you feel a certain level of catharsis because there was so much stress and suddenly like everything's more peaceful and relaxed again, and you feel quite happy because of that. Um, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and like maybe so it's the same after you're scared and stuff. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be called catharsis because catharsis, I think. Well, I mean, catharsis applies to most. Right. Yes. Just had to recombobulate myself. No, recompute, something. There. But yes. Anyway. Um. And so I don't know. Yeah, so we have the progression of, okay, so this person loves knitting, so they knit up, like their mood, wow, and then they knit down, wow, the wool's turning blue. Maybe it's because they're such a good knitter, okay, that they get into all of these knitting competitions, and within the knitting competitions, they achieve so much that the pressure just builds up for them to perform better and better each time, because every single time they improve, right? Because if you're doing something all your life, you're going to steadily improve. I'm not I'm I just heard a car there. I don't know if you could hear that, but uh like, because the pressure to perform better and better each time just takes over them, they just get too stressed, their life starts to fall apart, they can't enter these things anymore, everyone feels like they're the prodigy, the failed prodigy or something. But maybe then they I don't want to have a romantic cliche because, okay, yes, Valentine's Day, right? Like, cater, pander to the crowds, right? Have some juicy romance in there. Perhaps this character is saved by a romantic interest, but I think it would be better if it's just a platonic relationship because, you know, there are different types of love, and romantic love is not like the only love in existence, and I feel like representation would be a pretty good thing, and all of that. So maybe, oh, we could have aromantic representation. So like the purely platonic relationship is very strong and intimate, is essentially what it is. And it's like you want to spend your life with someone, but really you don't there's something else. It just feels slightly different. I don't know how to explain it. Apart from, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's honey. Okay, the best I can explain it, right? It's honey. Right, love is honey, for example. And you have one type of honey and you have another type of honey. It's all honey, but slightly different, you know. And it tastes slightly different, and it's slightly more appealing to one person here, slightly more appealing to one person here. This person can only drink this honey, that person can drink all honeys, you know, like whatever, right? Terrible analogy, I know. As well as the terrible placement of my hat because I've lost the fringe that I so dearly love and keep close to my heart, you know. Um, anyway, continuing on. So like, because the pressure builds so much, maybe she's outcast or something by everyone that she knows. Like her friends aren't really her friends anymore. Maybe like she didn't realize that they had grown distant, and she didn't realize that like um, whatever that jealousy was building up, or I don't know why it's suddenly she now. But she works, you know. Maybe they've grown distant. Maybe they were never really friends to begin with. Whatever. Okay, so she like loses a lot of connections. She could be maybe her parents are supportive, maybe she's an orphan, maybe she's like in the care system, foster care system, maybe she's adopted, maybe I don't really know. I'm supposed to know. I'm supposed to be making the character right now. But yes, anyway. Um and maybe like and then she goes for a walk, right? Because everyone's self development happens while they're on a walk. Like certified walk moment, certified self development moment. Um, and she goes on this walk, and she crouches down and she's not having a great time. Oh, what if it's like she's a city girl? You know, like she's a city girl. She likes she technology. Wow, technology. Wow, technology. More technology. Um, and and then she goes on this walk for like one of the first times. Maybe it's exploring like her going out of her comfort zone, right? Because she's always used to the busyness and the liveliness of liveliness. Fuck. It's okay, guys. Why did I say that? Who knows? So because she's so used to like the liveliness of the city, she decides to maybe switch up the surroundings a bit, literally and metaphorically, because she's stepping out of her comfort zone, and she goes to this forest where she meets another girl who's like, I don't know, sitting by the pond or something, and that girl like uh, they have a conversation or something. I don't know, man. I'm not supposed to be writing a story. I'm supposed to be building a character. But apparently, I'm writing a story now. But, you know, the story also develops the character. Wow. Two birds with one stone. Um, the funny little things that I do with my hands. Wow, you like my magic hands. Wow, look at it go. It's like a rocket, but slower. Who would have known? Um, yes, anyway, so she and this like girl start seeing each other more and more often, maybe like and eventually she starts to regain confidence because she starts like doing stuff. They start teaching each other funky things. Their friendship develops, and suddenly her wool starts to like stop losing its blue color. However, she's scared of that, and there's symbolism. There's symbolism there because when you are in a state of like mental illness for a while, sometimes you get really attached to the feeling. Sometimes you feel as if like it's part of your identity now, and it's so familiar that you've either fallen in love with it or you feel a familiarity that you don't want to lose because there isn't many constants in your life. And so you want to hold on to this one constant that's been there all the time. And okay, it hurts you. Okay, you feel terrible, but this is what you know, and the unknown is scary, right? And so she clings onto the fact that her wool, that she's been working with for a big chunk of her life now, is blue. It's always been blue. And she feels terrible, and whenever it stops not being blue, she's scared because she's not prepared for what's going to change again. Like maybe is it going to be worse? Is it going to be something that's even more terrifying? Maybe she likes her wool being blue. Maybe she likes the feeling now. Maybe because it's so familiar and everyone has left her and everything's different now that this is just the one thing that hasn't changed. But, you know, with the friendship support systems, right? Support systems are very good. They help, like, raise people out of really bad times, and it's very important to have a support system, whether it be online or in real life. Even though, like, maybe I am quite young, right? But maybe I'm just biased towards like IRL things, but I find that it works for me a lot better because you can actually see those people, and humans like things that are tangible. Um, but yeah, they slowly start to work with each other through all of this, and her wool is no longer so blue, but she's fine with that, and she's happy with that, and the wool starts to like reflect the color of the other girl or something. I don't know, like something symbolic. We can think of something symbolic. Maybe it doesn't go back to how it used to be. Yes, it doesn't go back to how it used to be. I'm a literary genius. Because like you can never go back to how it used to be, or rather, I don't think so. It will never be the same as it used to be. Before all the sad stuff started happening. But it can improve and it can change into something better. But it won't always be the same. And so the wool's color is different. And that's symbolic. And I think I should write this story now. I mean, would someone buy it? Maybe not. But I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool. And it's like colors and stuff. And I have a whole bunch of stuff written already about, is that something I hear outside? No. About this very colorful world where like different colors are different people and they all have their different stories and everything like that, essentially. And so I guess that kind of concludes it. I guess it doesn't really conclude it because I am not finished speaking right now. But yeah, we have hit the 21-minute mark and it's time for me to go. Wow, guys. If you like this kind of thing, if you want to see me continue, if you want to see me play games, because I do that sometimes, even though it's not on my page right now, then please drop a follow. I would really appreciate that. And moving on. So, yeah. So, this kind of story it's just really fun for me to come up with these little silly things. And it's something that I would certainly encourage people to have fun with, to play about with, because it's like exercise, but for your creativity. Wow, I really sound so pretentious right now, but that's okay, right? That's okay. So yeah, maybe I'll just end it here. Yeah, why not? Let's just end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, probably when I'm back to my old setup. Maybe it will be tomorrow. Maybe it won't be. I have a slightly, what's it called? Slightly erratic schedule at the moment. But Saturdays, sometime in Saturdays, before 9 p.m. on GMT, I will be streaming because I need constants in my life. And yeah, that's me done. So thank you so much for watching. Consider following me, and goodbye.